Result.
To get their results, the researchers used a different way to measure the size of a nation's economy.
Result. Researcher.
He is famous researcher about economics.
Researcher.
Gross domestic product.
Usually economists measure by a country's gross domestic product, the value of all goods and services it produces.
Gross domestic product.
Produce.
We are now producing very well.
Produce.
Purchasing power parity.
But, some say a different method called purchasing power parity, or PPP, is a better measure.
Purchasing power parity.
Establish.
The report is from the International Comparison Program, which was established by the United Nations.
Establish. Ordinary.
He says PPP provides economists with a way to compare the costs of ordinary things that people need in different countries.
Ordinary. Exchange rate.
Experts then establish a base exchange rate and use it to compare economies.
Exchange rate. Market-based.
The gross domestic product measure uses market-based exchange rates to compare economies.
Market-based. Traveler.
They are exchange rates paid by travelers and exporters.
Traveler.
Compute.
So the main difference between GDP and PPP is how exchange rates are computed.
Compute.
Trillion.
World Bank information shows that China's GDP was about $8 trillion in 2012.
Trillion. Examine.
It examines differences in the cost of living among nations.
Examine.
Cost of living. The cost of living is lower in the Midwest. Cost of living.
Provide.
We are here to provide a service for the public.
Provide.
Nation.
It happened in developing nations.
Nation. Service.
The government aims to improve public services.
Service.
Pass.
The same study says that India's economy could pass Japan's as the world's third largest.
Pass.
Financial analyst.
Greg McBride is chief financial analyst at Bankrate.com.